Man, just looking at this thumbnail, you got exposing all of Diddy's silent accomplices. Now, of course, you got Diddy in the thumbnail with Rick Ross, Jay-Z, Beyonce, and Meek Mill. It's basically people who know what's going on, that's close to him, but ain't said nothing, right? Shout out to Truth Is. I'll leave the link to his channel in the description so you guys can check out more. He does a great job breaking down these videos because, again, we go through life listening to all of this music, and you sometimes you get lost in the sauce where you're out in the club drinking, having a good time, dancing. And then when you really take the time to listen to all these hidden, not even hidden, stuff be really right in your face, what these people be talking about, man. Again, I went to the Beyonce concert. I listened to Jay-Z. Not really a fan of Meek Mill or really Rick Ross like that, but come on. So we ain't gonna waste no more time. Let's jump right into it.
While Diddy is facing a very public dethroning of his hip-hop kingdom, many of his former associates and friends have stood quiet about the matter.
Yeah.
The masses were awaiting for many of these guys seen partying with Diddy to come out and denounce him and deny being a part of his disturbing activities. But it seems that instead of speaking out, they're trying to avoid the entire situation altogether. This has left people wondering how many of these people seen around Diddy are guilty right along with him. They must be hiding for a reason. They know what they did with Diddy. They also know that if they denounce Diddy like everyone else is doing, certain tapes and footages will get leaked, showing them doing things that they don't want the world to see.
Boom.
Hey guys, I hope all is well. Welcome back to The Truth Is, where I drop new videos every other day exposing the truth. In today's episode, we will be exposing all of Diddy's silent accomplices. Let's get right into it. Right now, people are taking a really good look at those in Hollywood and the music industry, especially those who were around Diddy but haven't spoken out against him. People want to know who are the ones complicit in Diddy's era of terror. Who are the ones that have been covering for him for the last 30 years? And this is for a good reason, as they were the ones around Diddy who saw it all go down and maybe even participate.
Boy, that picture right there, it hit different now, don't it? Telling y'all, man, if you don't care, hey, that's on you. But this stuff is crazy, man.
In it. They protected this monster and allowed him to keep on running the game with his crooked ways. From all of the lawsuits made against Diddy this year alone, we see why people are trying to stay as far away as possible. They don't want their skeletons being uncovered when this all unfolds. There has been a theory running around the internet that the raid on Diddy's house was set up by those in the industry. People are suggesting that the feds weren't in Diddy's house looking for evidence. They were there trying to collect and hide it. It was reported that Diddy was filming these freak-off parties, as in the lawsuit made by Cassie, she stated that Diddy filmed all of their freak-offs. Now, we all know from many accounts that these Diddy freak-off parties weren't just Diddy and Cassie. These type of parties were also going down in celebrity mansion parties. We have proof of this as Kourtney Kardashian admitted it herself on her show, Keeping Up with the Kardashians. A while back, Kourtney spoke out about a naked party she attended with her friends P. Diddy in French Montana, telling her friend on the show she would have loved attending this wild party.
Yes. So who was with you this weekend?
A bunch of my friends.
Diddy, Quincy, Justin Bieber,
So
Montana.
no, half the people you're naming.
No. She didn't go to bed.
I haven't been to bed yet.
You haven't? I'm gonna be Clay when I grow up, Court.
Oh, you're just so little.
Like my butt just going.
I got on the plane at 5:30 a.m. Go to this party. I think half the people there were butt naked. You would have loved it.
As you heard for yourself, Kourtney basically confirms that these freak-off parties are normal in Hollywood. While people normally dance and have fun at parties, these celebrities have giant ritual orgies while heavily intoxicated. This is why these celebrities seen around Diddy don't come out and speak out. They were at the party with Diddy too, and they enjoyed it. Recently, Diddy's son, King Combs, released a very interesting song called Pick a Side. The song was full of coded threats and even a very suspicious line where King confesses to the feds that they didn't find any evidence because they searched the wrong house. In the intro of the song...
Boy, that right there, that just goes to show you how just because you got all this money don't mean you're smart. These people literally dry snitching on themselves. Dry snitching. And he talking about pick a side, and then that video of Cassie came out. Just making him look, yeah, everybody's like, yeah, we gonna pick a side. You know what I mean? Crazy.
King raps, they're preying on our downfall another time again. After the rain falls, the sun gon' shine again. Don't bust no U-turns cause we ain't forgetting nothing. And to all of you that switch, he invites them to his private area. On the second verse of the song, he raps, knock them walls down like when them Fetty boys ran in both our cribs. Too bad they ain't know we bought the one next door, cause that's the one they missed. How y'all talking like a man's time's up? The hook is basically King Combs letting those know who were around Diddy that there's consequences for switching on Diddy.
Well.
While in the verse of the song, he's letting everyone know the feds didn't get all of the evidence because they had a third house that wasn't raided. I believe this third house could have more tapes showing these celebrities participating in these crimes with Diddy. King Combs basically admitted they're guilty while doing this, which is insane to me. This is that drill music mentality. Brag about what could eventually get you locked up. This song was obviously a cold-blooded warning, a threat to those thinking about switching on Diddy. He's telling them to pick a side, as those who are not on his side are against him. In today's episode, we will be exposing all of Diddy's silent accomplices, those who definitely witnessed Diddy's behavior at the minimum and said nothing. And I'm even confident some of them might have even participated in that behavior as well. The first person we're going to be talking about is the actor Ashton Kutcher. Ashton Kutcher and Diddy were best of friends in the 2000s. This is something that Kutcher admitted himself. In this interview, he confessed just how close him and Diddy were. Ashton has admitted that he became best friends with Diddy and used to hang out with him at his house to watch football. But let's be honest, Ashton did more than just watch football with Diddy.
And I think my wife was listening to like that audio book of Demi Moore where she was saying how Ashton wanted her to participate in all this freaky deaky stuff. So man, look, it's all coming out. Thank you, Cat Williams.
In this interview, he confessed just how close him and Diddy were. Ashton has admitted that he became best friends with Diddy and used to hang out with him at his house to watch football. But let's be honest, Ashton did more than just watch football with Diddy. That's for sure. As we can find many pictures of Ashton and Diddy together at the now infamous all-white freak-off party. We can only imagine what was taking place at those mansion parties, but I'm pretty sure they weren't good. This is something Ashton basically admits himself during a 4-year-old Hot Ones interview. In the interview, he not only confirms that he and Diddy were best of friends, but he was quoted saying that there's a lot I can't tell about Diddy in reference to his parties.
Diddy party stories, they're our favorite genre of anecdote.
I have one, yeah. Wow, okay, I've got a lot I can't tell. Wow, okay, I've got a lot I can't tell. So, I can't tell that one either. I mean, like actually cycling through them. There was one moment, so it's not really a party story, but our relationship was really bizarre. So it started over punked, because he was like, yo,
don't punk
you
me.
Can't punk me. And I was like, I don't know what to tell you. Everybody's on the table. He's not me. I'm off the table. So that started our conversation. We became fast friends, and we used to just hang out and watch football together.
As you heard for yourself, Ashton pretty much lets us know that what was going on at those Diddy parties couldn't be spoken about. This is something that rings true to this very day, as Ashton has kept quiet regarding Diddy and the allegations. It might be because it's being reported that he is possibly being questioned about Diddy's freak-off parties by the feds. This wouldn't be the first monster Ashton protects, as months back he was being called out for writing a letter to a judge in defense of Danny Masterson. Danny Masterson was charged with similar crimes to those that Diddy is in trouble for right now. Ashton sure knows how to pick friends. I am confident the reason Ashton hasn't spoke out about Diddy is because he knows Diddy got tapes on him, most likely in those freak-offs. Just like King Combs said, Ashton was forced to pick a side, and it was Diddy's side. This lets you know what kind of man he really is, and is not what he pretends to be in public. He is 100% one of Diddy's silent accomplices, just like the next two guys we're going to be talking about, Rick Ross and DJ.
Like you would think that after seeing that video with Cassie and knowing that a lot of these people have pictures and video footage of themselves with Diddy, you would think that they would come out and be like, yeah, I think they said LeBron James unfollowed Diddy. You think they would say something coming out like, yeah, knowing all this, I have to, step away or just something. But to say nothing, it's kind of crazy, right? It's kind of crazy. Rick Ross and DJ Khaled.
Rick Ross and Khaled are two people in the music industry who are often spotted around Diddy. Photo after photo, we found Rick Ross partying with Diddy and appear to be close with him. Rick Ross even bought a house close by to Diddy on Star Island. Khaled and Rick Ross often go hang out at Diddy's estate on the island, and there's so much video proof of this. These two have definitely been to a Diddy party or two, no doubt about it. We have pictures to prove it. Rick Ross, DJ Khaled, and Diddy have been close for years, as in this video here from 2014, DJ Khaled and Diddy executive produced one of Rick Ross' albums. There's videos of the three in the studio showing their bond. Diddy seems to be closer to Rick Ross though, as pictures like this have been floating around the internet for years, showing Diddy a bit too close to Rick Ross. Neither Rick Ross nor DJ Khaled have come out and made any comments denouncing Diddy's actions. Like King Combs told them to do, they picked a side. Which makes perfect sense because they spent a whole lot of time with Diddy, who most definitely has dirt on them both. If you guys remember from my last video, both Rick Ross and DJ Khaled were mentioned by this man, who was one of the male talents Diddy hired to hook up with Cassie for the freak-offs. In the video, we see the adult film actor being interrogated by the police after he was arrested for an attack he committed on the Trump Hotel. During this police interrogation, he tells police officers about the Diddy freak-off parties and also tells them that Diddy and DJ Khaled were gay along with Diddy. He said that they were all a part of the same group and that they were all at the freak-offs.
Diddy and Ross, which they good buddies, okay? They're gay.
Who?
Both. Diddy and Ross. And Khaled. They're all gay, okay?
DJ Khaled, Rick Ross, and P. Diddy?
Yeah.
They're all gay?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
As you heard for yourself, this man claims that Ross and DJ Khaled, like Diddy, are into men. This will explain why they spend so much time around Diddy and have chosen to keep quiet about the situation. They know Diddy has info that can bring them down right along with him. Rick Ross and Khaled are both silent accomplices of Diddy, just like Jay-Z and Beyonce. Just like Rick Ross and Khaled, Beyonce, Jay-Z, and Diddy have been seen partying together for years. Diddy and Jay-Z are two of the gatekeepers put in place to oversee hip-hop. A lot of rap stars had to go through one of them to make it in the music industry, so it makes sense why these two have been seen so close. Diddy attends all of Jay-Z's parties, and Jay-Z and Beyonce attend all of Diddy's parties. There is no doubt in my mind that Jay-Z and Beyonce have been a part of the freak-off since the beginning. Jay-Z and Beyonce, just like the rest of the people we have been talking about in this episode, haven't come out and denounced Diddy. Instead, it appears that Jay-Z and Beyonce are attempting to hide out, trying to wait out the storm. Interestingly enough, after Diddy got raided, Jay-Z canceled his infamous yearly brunch party, a party that Diddy was always in attendance. People have been assuming Jay-Z and Beyonce canceled their party because of what's happening to Diddy, trying to stay low-key, hoping it all just blows over. As they know, Diddy might have tapes of things they participated in as well. What's interesting is that 50 Cent seems to believe this as well, as he recently called out Jay-Z, accusing him of hiding out after the Diddy Hotel video surfaced. 50 Cent wrote on social media, Jay in hibernation,
picture,
he ain't coming outside till this with Puff blows over. No brunch, no lunch, no dinner. Laugh out loud. I'm all you got. I'm outside. While 50 is obviously trolling, many people think he is hinting at something much more sinister. It was long rumored that Jay-Z used to have a mistress called Kathy White, who mysteriously passed away after it was discovered she was with Jay-Z. Jay, Diddy, and Kathy were all spotted hanging out with each other multiple times. Many people think that Jay-Z had her taken out, and Diddy helped, getting rid of her because she was going to go public with their relationship, something Jay didn't want to happen. So it's believed that Diddy allegedly had her taken out for Jay. So now, it appears Diddy is keeping this information over Jay's head, using it as collateral just in case if Jay switches sides. This is something that was echoed by Jaguar Wright, who accused Jay-Z of many despicable things, painting him as a monster just like Diddy.
I'm saying, Sean Carter, you're a piece of shit. Taking Pimp C wasn't bad enough.
Why does it all come to a head now? Why now? Why?
Because he's the acceptable monster at this time, like R. Kelly was the last time I sat on this couch.
So who's next?
Y'all don't see the lineup?
Yeah, we see the lineup. I'm just waiting to see who's next.
Jay-Z is setting Diddy up. Why is everyone having such a hard time? He ain't doing shit different. He lined up D. Haven, stole his life and identity. He lined up Big L, stole his life and identity. He lined up Dame Dash, stole his life, identity, and took his love. lined up R. Kelly. He wants to be the one.
Whether this is true or not, we won't really know. But what I do know is that Jay and Beyonce saw the real Diddy and they protected him. They know stuff about Diddy that can tank him, but they're staying quiet about it. Because Diddy also knows stuff about Beyonce and Jay-Z that would end their careers. It's pretty clear that Jay-Z and Beyonce are two silent accomplices of Diddy, just like Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx has not only been to Diddy parties, but he actually hosted a few of them. We all remember this old video of Jamie Foxx talking about attending and hosting parties for Diddy. Jamie, just like the rest of the people I mentioned, have been seen close to Diddy for years. Photo after photo shows just how close they were and how much fun they had together. So I'm pretty sure Jamie has seen some stuff he shouldn't have at those Diddy parties. Things that if he revealed would end Diddy. There's a reason other than loyalty that has kept Jamie from talking about Diddy. It's the fact that Diddy has dirt on him too, that he doesn't want people knowing about. I know some of you heard about the infamous butt-naked basketball games that some people claim Jamie Foxx and Diddy hosted in the 90s. A woman posted this video on TikTok showing a picture of her mom and Jamie Foxx, claiming that her mom was friends and worked with Jamie Foxx in the 90s. She then goes on to claim in the video that P. Diddy and Jamie Foxx used to host these clothless basketball games full of only celebrity men.
Jamie Foxx butt naked ball games, but since he's talking about it, I'm gonna talk about it. Before I do though, everything in this video is alleged and for entertainment purposes only. I have to say that. Also, I value my own life. I'm so serious when I say that. I value my own life, okay? Because Diddy likes to do it. So back in the 90s, my mom nicknamed Jamie Foxx. Like if you take the O as name and replace it with a U, that's what she used to call him. But to his face, it's like a haha joke because he used to so many guys and girls in Hollywood. And he used to have these things called basketball games, okay? He would invite over a lot of like Hollywood elite to his house for a basketball game. But it was men only. And they would be like, oh, we're just gonna get in and play basketball. It's like, oh, haha, let's get basketball together, which is weird. And this happened in the 90s. So a lot of your like favorite celebrities were there.
As you heard for yourself, this woman tells us Jamie and Diddy were definitely participating in the freak-offs together. This is the reason you won't see Jamie Foxx switching sides on Diddy. Jamie was recently even sued for similar allegations to those Diddy is facing. This is why he is going to stay quiet and try and wait out the storm. It's obvious Jamie Foxx is one of Diddy's silent accomplices, just like Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart, just like Jamie Foxx, has not only been to Diddy parties, but he also hosted one. This old video shows Kevin Hart at the Diddy party hanging out in the bedroom with Diddy, or other scenes where a bunch of men and two girls are seen in a tub at the party. None of this footage aged well, and honestly, everyone seen in this party can be added to the list of silent accomplices. As we know, right after this footage was shot, the freak-off commenced, and it was probably recorded with the same camera. This is most likely the pre-freak-off footage, what took place before everyone engaged in the Diddy activities. Kevin Hart hasn't come out and said a single word about Diddy. He knows that Diddy recorded that party that night and has dirt on him too. We all know Kevin likes to mess around with the ladies, and that's exactly what he was most likely doing at that party. But knowing that Diddy was involved, I wouldn't be surprised if men were involved as well. Kevin Hart is another one of Diddy's silent accomplices, just like Usher and Justin Bieber. Usher and Justin Bieber are victims/accomplices of Diddy. We already know that Diddy groomed them both when they were teens and made them do God knows what. Usher actually was the one to sell Justin out to Diddy when he signed them. As we all know, he sent Justin to stay with Diddy for a few days.
And I feel like he's probably calling Justin Bieber accomplices because, you know, he hasn't came out and said anything. You can tell that he's struggling with something, but he hasn't like came out and said it. But all the signs are there. So I see why he says victim/accomplice. I see that.
So he can be initiated in like he was. Usher or Justin have not spoken out about Diddy and his evil ways. Strangely, this video was taken a few months back of Diddy patting Justin down, almost like if he was checking him for a wire. Maybe Diddy wanted to make sure that Justin wasn't one of those people switching sides on him. We know both Usher and Justin have been to Diddy's parties, and they saw and most likely participated in those activities. Usher was even listed in the Diddy lawsuit as one of the men who slept with Diddy. Usher would never come out and expose Diddy because then he will be exposing himself. Both Justin and Usher are silent accomplices of Diddy, just like the next person we're going to be talking about, Meek Mill. Meek Mill has a
Oh,
close
brother.
relationship with Diddy. How close, you may ask? So close that Diddy even called Meek Mill his daddy while he was chilling in his pool.
Man, you doing it, man. You doing it, man. You deserve it, daddy. And you doing it, man. You deserve it, daddy. And you doing it, man. You deserve it, daddy. You putting in that work. I love.
So close that they have even been spotted wearing matching outfits. But some would even say that they might be a little too close, if you know what I'm saying. Meek Mill, just like the rest of the people I mentioned, has not switched sides on Diddy. He has had his back the whole time. He even just defended King Combs after 50 Cent dissed him for his freestyle. You may be asking why Meek Mill would risk the remainder of his career by defending anyone associated with Diddy. That doesn't make any sense. Well, you might already know why Meek Mill hasn't denounced his very close friend Diddy, because if he exposes Diddy, he's exposing himself at the same time, just like the rest of them. We have all heard the rumors of Meek Mill and Diddy's relationship being past just friends. Rumors that started to circulate when the Little Rod lawsuit named Meek Mill as one of the rappers that Diddy hooked up with. After this, people have been posting a video online claiming to be audio that Nicki Minaj leaked of Meek Mill's being intimate with Diddy. Audio that I will not be playing on here. Meek is not going to come out and talk about Diddy's case when he has videos with Diddy too. This is why Meek Mills is out here defending King Combs from 50. He wants to make sure he remains on Diddy's good side. He doesn't want to go down with Diddy. All of these people I named party with Diddy and experienced his freak-offs. They all saw it go down and have decided to cover for Diddy knowing what's at risk. One thing I do want to point...
I just want to say with those shirts, because I don't know the backstory of that, but I know a lot of times celebrities do end up buying the same outfit and, you know, end up wearing it, and people be like, I mean, they see each other and be like, oh man, this dude got my shirt on. I've seen that happen, and people end up doing that whole who wore it better. So I don't know the backstory of that, or if Diddy was like, hey, I got you this shirt, I want you to wear it with me. So it could be both. It could be both.
Now, is that all of these men I have mentioned are Freemasons just like Diddy. In this video from the guy Diddy hired from the Freak-Offs, he tells us Diddy is a member of the Bolé secret society.
That's what I want to know. How do you know this?
You know Sean Combs?
Puff Daddy?
Yeah.
P. Diddy, whatever you call himself these days. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, he's part of what's called the Boulé. The Boulé is a branch of the Illuminati.
Okay.
For those who have no idea what that is, it's a Freemasonic organization only for black men. Now, if we look at each person keeping quiet, we discover that they are Freemasons. Ashton Kutcher is a Freemason. We can find many photos of him wearing the Masonic square and compasses hat. This is the main symbol in Masonry, and only Freemasons wear it. We can also find Ashton doing the Masonic hidden hand, which is a Masonic secret pose that indicates a member is at least a master Mason. Rick Ross literally has a song called Freemason with Jay-Z, who's another Freemason. Rick Ross also made a video with Freemason symbols in it like the Masonic Bible and other Masonic artifacts. There's also alleged photos of Jay-Z inside of a Masonic lodge. He also often does the Masonic all-seeing eye hand gesture pose, pointing to the Masonic order. Same thing with Meek Mill, who has shown himself doing the one-eye symbolism and wearing the Eye of Ra chain. Justin Bieber is another Freemason, as in his old video, they hid the Masonic square and compasses throughout the video. You have to slow the video down to see it. All of these guys took the Masonic oath of secrecy. They will not switch on their fellow brother, as when they take the Masonic oath, they swore on the Masonic Bible that they will keep their brother secret. Also, Masons love to blackmail each other, so they record each other doing compromising things that they can use against each other when they act out of line. This is the real problem that people need to see. These men won't snitch on each other because they swore to each other that they won't. It's also important to note that all of these guys are into the same things because they are Masons. This is what values Masonry teaches. All of the charity and helping the community stuff is a front for their rituals and sacrifices. Diddy, right now, is facing the battle of his life after the elite turned on him. I believe Diddy is making sure he doesn't go down alone. I am praying that Diddy is not allowed to hurt anyone else. The music his artists produce already programmed many generations of kids to throw their lives away in the streets. He has been destroying lives for decades. He is a great asset to the devil and an obvious enemy of God, only put in place to guide people away from him. I don't wish for the downfall of no one, but Diddy's downfall is something that needs to happen. It would literally make the world a safer place. Well, I'm gonna end this one here, but before you guys go, I just wanted to
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. You know, it's so much like It's a lot of artists whose music I don't listen to. I'm not really a fan of Rick Ross. I'm not into all of that. Like, I feel like when you grow up and you see violence, you want to get away from it. You know, like I said before, a lot of them have good beats. You might like the hook, but they're all talking about the same stuff over, over. And the crazy thing is like how Kendrick Lamar just exposed Drake. Drake ain't really about that life. He be trying to rap like he is, you know? So this right here was such a good video because a lot of this footage is old. And you see it, man. It's been in our face for so long, but we get so blinded by just whatever, you know. People may be going through stuff and they turn to music to get them, to take them away. Sometimes we thrive off of other people's problems, you know. It takes the focus off of us. But this right here, I'm telling y'all, something has to happen. Whether it's going to be Diddy going down with other people, whatever, something has to happen. All right, peace out.